Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wing Cat Sports. Going over this week of Red Wing hockey,
Which is
well,
one game.
which is one game, like it was one before when I talked about it. But it was a good game besides the one period. They ended up beating the Canucks 4-3 in overtime. They got the first goal pretty quick. Didn't score again until the third period, but it was a good game.
It was amazing. I mean, I tell you what, I went through the gamut of emotions. After that second period, I wanted I was going to turn the set off. I wasn't even going to watch the third period. I lost it. I was so pissed off. I was f bombing here and there. I mean, I was just 7 minutes of a power play, and they score on you. 7 straight minutes of a
Yeah,
power play. It
after
was
the power play,
disgusting.
yeah.
But then they reversed all that in the third period, played their asses off, came back against the number one team in the NHL, and won on a penalty shot in overtime. That's the first penalty shot they've ever in overtime they've ever won the game on. I guess that's the very first one.
I mean, it was from a defenseman, too. We have
Right.
Wallman who scored it.
Wallman had a phenomenal game. He was
But
all over the place, and freaking Rasmussen had deflected that one pass of his or the shot of his. It was perfect. It was just it was such a fun game to watch. Other than that 7 minutes of that power play, just wanted me to want to rip their faces off. I hated it so badly.
it's
But
a,
yeah, it's a great way to start these next 6 games. I think we talked about before that we hope that they at least split and get 6 points out of the next 12, and they started out with 2 last night. So good job.
yeah, it was a good game. They ended up holding Vancouver to 31 shots, which is what I thought they would get over 40, like most good teams do against us.
Right.
Hits, Vancouver had more, but they won 10 more faceoffs than you. They had one less power play opportunity. You got your one power play goal. And it was pretty even on the penalties. Vancouver had 9, you had 8. 24 penalty minutes for Vancouver, 19 for us. And we just blocked more shots than them. They had
Right.
more takeaways. So really, Vancouver outplayed us, but we ended up coming out with the win.
Right. Other than
So
that, those 7 minutes of that game that really ticked me off, I thought we played, even though it probably stat wise looks like that, it felt even. It felt like they weren't intimidating us. They weren't doing anything, that we could play with these guys. And that's, everything. I mean, after the Lions season and, you know, we've had such a bad stretch of sports in this town before this year. And now it seems like we're coming back and it's going to be fun again here. And now that the Lions ended their season, not the way we want it, now the Red Wings are taking off. And if the Red Wings can make the playoffs, what the freak? That would be awesome in this town. That would just be so much fun. And I'm looking, like I said, we're looking forward to the rest of the week. They got 3 tough games.
I'll let you talk.
Two tough.
You wanted to talk about that Toronto thing first.
I wanted to talk about that before. Yeah, we'll talk about that before we go into next week. What we thought of that Riley hitting that guy from Ottawa
cross checking him after the slap shot point blank.
Slap shot into. I looked at that play and it just looked like here's a guy who felt, they played a tough game. Ottawa's been tough getting wins, play against a good team, and he just felt good. And so he drove that puck into the next net to say, finally, yeah, we won this game. I didn't see any reason at all. To me, Riley should be suspended for at least 5 games. At least. What he did to cross-check almost across the head, you could have hurt somebody doing that stuff. For what? Because the guy got excited that he won? Got to be a little less sensitive out there. I mean, there's too many snowflakes out there on the freaking, to borrow a maggot term. I just think it's ridiculous. What did you think of it?
I mean, it wasn't necessary. Obviously, rivalry stuff going on.
Yeah,
he probably
he
shouldn't.
should be suspended.
He probably shouldn't have cross-checked him.
No,
in the back of the head.
You think he should have been suspended?
He probably will get a suspension.
He should be. F Toronto. Toronto sucks. I hate those guys. Bunch of freaking whiny babies over there. Every year they have the best players and can't freaking get out of the first round and do that crap. Cheap shot artists making one.
But the Wings, going back to the Wings, they're on their Western Canada trip. On top of now Seattle being over there, they throw Seattle in for those road games as well. So they'll be on the road for the next week and a half for the most part until they come home Thursday next week. But they start their trip against the Oilers, another team that is playing hot. They have 30 wins right now, which they came back from the dead. And they have a good young goaltender playing right now, too. Um, so no, the Flames have the good young goaltender, not the Oilers, but they're playing well. And it's not going to be an easy game for the Red Wings. Now, they do have more goals per game than them. But the goals against is down for the Oilers under 3. They have 2.7. They're averaging about 33 shots a game, 27 against. And they have a 26 penalty power play percentage and an 81 penalty kill. So it's not going to be the easiest game for us against Ottawa.
No, no. I mean, Edmonton is a great team. I mean,
Right.
and we were, like I said, they bounced back from their early season, you know, problems, and they're back to playing like they're like the top team they are in the West. I mean, I think they're as good as anybody. Certainly offensively, they're as good as anybody.
We have a lot of good offensive weapons. You got McDavid, Draisaitl. Got
Best tandem in hockey, really. You can't do any better than that, and so it'll be tough. I mean, like I said, we've been seeing this for quite a while now. We're just looking at, okay, so we got what 6 points here this week, and we'd like to get at least
3.
3 or 4. We started out with the 2 with Vancouver, so that'd be great. Even if we could just get 3 this week, that would be pretty awesome. So I think, like I said, with Edmonton, Vancouver's really going to want to take our heads off probably this coming around. So I'd like to see
They
us.
haven't beaten us in a few years, too.
Vancouver hasn't.
Yeah. We
I'm
we
sure
have a
they're
good
gonna
winning
give
streak
everything they got
against
to.
them. I think we've won like 6 straight against Vancouver.
Then I'm sure they're going to pretty much be coming at us on Wednesday or whatever Thursday, whenever they're playing them. That'll be a tough one to beat them again. I'm going to probably say we lose to Vancouver, we beat Calgary, and
So you're
we beat Edmonton.
you're gonna go 2 for 1 this week.
Yeah, 2-1.
I mean,
I shouldn't do that. I should just say they're going to lose all 3 because every time I say that, they.
Well, when it comes down to it, they have a day off in between each one. The Oilers, they might be hot. Red Wings might be going with a little bit of momentum into Edmonton right now because Edmonton, I believe, did recently lose finally because on their win streak they were winning. They lost to Dallas and they lost to Ottawa in their past 5. Oh wait,
I
no,
mean,
no,
realistically, if I
no. They
look at
lost
this,
to L.A. and they lost to Vegas, so they're starting a losing streak, kind of starting to lose a little bit here and there now. So
right? I mean, I think, like I said, realistically, we might lose the next 2. But if we could find a way to get 2 points out of the next 2 games, that would be great. Then we go up against Calgary. Are they any good? They're not very good, right?
Calgary right now is 25, 22, and 5, 55 points.
Well, they're talking, like I said, we were
And
talking
that's
about this a
Saturday.
little bit ago. Noah Hannafan's been offered a $61 million contract that he has not signed. So they're thinking that if he does not sign this by the trade thing, certainly a player the Wings could use.
And you do have better stats than Calgary. I mean, overall, Calgary is a 3.1 goals per game, 3 goals against, 31 shots on, 30 shots against. But their power play is terrible at 15%. So,
Right.
and then their penalty kill is decent at an 84. And it's not going to be easy, again, because all the teams in the Western Canada are doing decent right now. And Calgary's on a win streak. They've won 4 straight at the moment. So it's not going to be an easy week. I think you win a couple of them. I don't even know the last time you swept the western part of Canada.
It's tough. That's a tough road trip out there.
Nor do I think you're going to end up sweeping the western part of Canada. But
again, the Wings seem to be a team that come together on the road. They seem to kind of relish it. The camaraderie and everything like that to get out there. They seem to play okay. So like I said, if they can get 3 out of the next 6 points, that'd be awesome.
yeah, you got both, and Calgary's fighting for a wild card spot, just like we are in the wild card right now. Because Vancouver's leading the Pacific Division, and Edmonton's trying to creep up on Vegas, even though they're a couple games behind them. And then LA and Calgary are kind of in the same boat right now in the West. So it's three playoff teams you're facing right now.
What do you think of us getting a Noah Hannafin out type
What's
player?
better for a trade video, but it would be helpful for a D. You're going to trade two
What's his
defensemen.
stats? You got him right there, man.
You're going to trade two
what's he doing?
defensemen if you're going to end up trading for him. But we are still sitting in the wild card at 60,
He fits
1
our
point
age.
behind
He
Tampa.
fits our age group. He fits us. He's right in the right spot. Big guy. I think he's big. I think he's a bigger player. He plays two-way. So I mean, certainly a huge upgrade over who's that crap guy we got.
Noah Hannafin has 9 goals, 20 assists for 29 points.
Yeah. Better than that Hull. He sucks.
He started the year out good. What are you talking about?
Sucks.
He doesn't even play as much.
You know, Hannafin be a massive upgrade.
Justin Hall. Justin Hall this year has 0 goals and 5 assists.
I think Hannafin
right now
would go to Spain.
I mean, I think Wallman is our top scoring, probably Sider's our top scoring. Wallman has 11 goals, 9 assists.
That would be awesome. Do you see that? Well, I like Olimata though.
And then I
like Olimata.
Sider.
So who would you take out of the lineup?
Sider has 6 goals, 20 assists. Jeff Petrie.
I might take out.
2 goals, 13 assists. And then you also have Olimata, who plays well. It's 2 goals, 10 assists.
Like I said, I just think you're bringing
Shane Gostisbehere, 7 goals, 25 assists. And then Ben Sherratt with 3 goals, 9 assists. Now, if you're going to try to trade for Hannafin, they kind of said you probably are going to trade 2 defensemen to get 1 back.
Right.
2 defensemen plus some picks probably for Hannafin. And you're probably going to give them people under contract. So that would be Sherratt and Hall.
Well, they are going to take Sherratt. He played for Calgary once before, didn't he?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
They won't take Sherratt. They might take Petrie because Petrie's done after this year. You could say.
Well, they're trying to extend that defenseman. They want some contracts for the future, basically. Right. So that's why that would go well. But I don't know. It's be an interesting thing if they really would trade
Mata and
I think they're going to probably try to do Sherratt and Hull.
We're kind of big on defensemen coming up. We're starting to be a little bit better. I mean, Edmonton has to make a break in the lineup eventually.
Well, that's why you got to trade the longer contracts.
Right. But are they going to take that? We'd have to probably pay some of his salary.
And that's why that would have to go that way.
But Sherratt's well overpaid. So he's a good player. I mean, he's been playing well with Petrie this year, but he's not worth what we're paying him.
But it is going to be a good week, hopefully. We're currently sitting at 60 points. 15 more wins gets you to 90 on the year, which is kind of where we were thinking we would be around. And you're above 500. If you can end the month above 500, we would be very happy.
We're getting right. So we're getting ready. It's Sunday for the big game. Waiting for Taylor. She's landing.
I don't know why you're keeping up with her.
And hope happy Super Bowl Sunday to you guys.
Even though this is going out tomorrow on Monday, but
all right, forget it.
With that being said, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, share the video around. Until next time, hope to see everybody soon.